Hello ladies and gentlemen, vBlackWolf here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a look at some gameplay with the new Wonder Woman character, and huge thanks to Dark Knight for being so kind to borrow me his account. Thank you so much, my dude, you are very much appreciated. So we're going to have a Wonder Woman here, and she's not going to have tab because the dude doesn't have tab on this content. It's not going to be the ideal team because we don't have over here like just like Superman or something like that. So it's not going to be the ideal team for her, but it will be fine. We're just testing out to see if her abilities and her stuff properly works. Going for a special one here, and this animation of the special one is going to be literally the same as it is for the Mythic Wonder Woman, and I guess that's fine. I quite like the animation on Mythic Wonder Woman, but at the same time, bro, that's kind of lazy. Going here for super move, and unfortunately super move is the only place where she opens her wings. Like, she does open them in the roster as well, as you will be able to see, but other than that she only opens them when it comes to her super move. And honestly that's kind of lazy, the wings being the coolest thing about this character, and you can see her outwardly them appearing on the endgame sequence. Right now her wings are not something that you get in game, it's like an end fight animation and an in roster animation, and that's kind of lame. But yeah, we're most likely not going to beat this team. We are only fighting it to see how it goes against Darkseid. Okay, we failed the tagging over there. And that's a shield breaker, it broke the shield of that Doctor Face straight away. Going in into Darkseid here. Gorilla Grow back in again, most likely not going to win this fight, should have tagged Gorilla Grow out. We have Darkseid here to kind of provide some shield for them so they don't die so often. Again, we're not looking forward to win fights, we're looking forward to test the character out. Okay, special one. I really like the fact that it straight up removes the shield. Like, from what we've seen in the trailers, at first it kind of gives you the vibe that it's not going to remove the shield, but it's going to apply a debuff that makes the shield be removed on a next basic attack or something. And also the ability itself, it's armor piercing, like it doesn't clearly state that. Over there is the special tree. We got a Parademon tagged in, and right now we'll test the special 2 here. So we're going to kick out the Parademon and tag in Manta, and it works just fine in terms of that one. Like, it works just fine, and we will hopefully will be able to use that against fights like Last Savage Joker and Soul Raids and stuff like that. Now getting into another fight here, again we're not looking to win any of those fights, we're looking to test out the character. Golden Armor Wonder Woman in. And as you can see over here, I blocked that special one, and I think this is one of the very few uses of that combo increase passive. Like, she's got a passive that will increase her combo as she blocks stuff. And when it comes to basic attacks, you can only block 1 or 2 basic attacks, and if you block more than that, then it's going to be disadvantageous to you, and you're going to get hit with a swipe down and lose all the combo. But when it comes to abilities, an ability that is going to continuously hit you is going to be the Supergirl special ones. And if you're going to take advantage of that, then you will get some pretty high combo, but over here it might be a bug already. Like, the first time I blocked the Supergirl special one, I gained combo for blocking it for each take of it, and right now I didn't gain combo the last time I used it, as you have seen. So I don't know if it's a bug. Like, that's kind of the only useful application that I see for that passive, and if that's bug, then I don't know, man. I don't know. Using a special tree here on this dude, she is super move, I don't really care about that. Gorilla Grow back in. Going to send her in for a finisher, and we're going to use a special one here, and yeah, not much damage, but she doesn't have gears, she doesn't have abilities upgrade or something, so don't expect too much. Special tree here, I quite like the animation on the special tree, but so far it's kind of only the animation. Okay, you got Captain Cold in here. Building some combo, and we're going to soon enough tag her in. Just want to make sure I finish him off with tagging her in. Going to go for a special tree, and the Captain Cold is out. And at some point the video will abruptly interrupt over here because I wanted to try something and got her killed. Like, I can totally beat this Batwoman, but I wanted to try something cool out. I think I got her killed, but yeah, going for a special tree here. And I've seen a stun debuff on her, and don't worry about that, that's from the Claws of Horse that I have equipped on Wonder Woman, so really don't worry about it. Going for a special tree again here. Okay, a Gorilla got in, and I think she will die right about now. Like, I wanted to block and I wanted to interrupt another of her abilities with a special tree, but she straight up killed me with the jump attack. But yeah, getting into another fight to see how it goes against Darkseid, because this character again is marketed as a Darkseid and characters with shields killer. And she's supposed to be very good in Arena and Champions Arena. Again, we can't really get a very good analysis of the character because of the fact that we don't have the gears and the ideal teams. So yeah, we got hit over here with a pretty nasty special one. And one problem that I have with her special tree is the cost a little bit. Like, simply the cost seems to be too high to be useful in every situation. And yeah, like, she's supposed to... here's the problem. She's supposed to counter Darkseid. That special tree is supposed to be very good at that. And when you try to counter an ability with that special tree, you're going to interrupt that ability, but you can get interrupted by Darkseid Bombardment. Like, that doesn't necessarily seem like a bug, but when you have a character that's supposed to be very good in Arena NCA and it's supposed to be very good against Darkseid because of her shield breaking, and it gets interrupted like that in situations like that, in situations where that ability should be in theory uninterruptible. Bro, you got something wrong with it. Like, I don't think it's a bug, but I think it's a feature that should have been added so you don't get interrupted by Darkseid Bombardment while you are in the special tree animation, because then it just seems pointless to have her against Darkseid. And that special tree turns in more of a weakness than a benefit because it has a long ass animation. Looking for a special one here. Backing off, and unfortunately I get hit by that. Yeah, fed rip on that one. But we countered that Primal Swamp Thing special. I quite like that interaction over there, not gonna complain. I forgot I don't have Firebox on this fight on this dude, so yeah, rip. Tagging her in for another special tree. Again, the damage is not low because of the character is low because right now we don't have any gears on her. That's okay. Wonder Woman back in, and we managed to interrupt in the middle of it, yeah, which I guess is fine as well. Re-engage the combo here and tagging her in again, and this is a very useful part of this ability. Like, this is kind of the only useful part that I have found so far. The fact that if you get your tag in interrupted, you can actually counter that special attack. Though, what I would have liked seen with tag is being interrupted by special by the enemy and you being able to use that, I would have liked to seen her special tree automatically activate when you tag in and you interrupt a special attack, like the Multiverse Armor Super Girl tag in and energy buff. That would have been so much better. And as you'll see further on in this video, if the enemy is in the middle of a special and you try to tag her in into a special tree, granted you're blocking, so have one character in the fight, you're blocking, and you try to tag her in while you're blocking that ability into a special tree to counter the enemy's ability midway, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's why I would have loved to see a tag in feature for that ability. By the way, still don't like her basic attacks that much because the swipe right is trash. Though I think they might have fastened the animation for it a little bit, so you can tag in from it more properly. Like, her basic attacks are very smooth, don't get me wrong, but the finisher doesn't properly chain into a tagging combo. And by the way, we're also taking a quick look at that Brainiac over here, the buff Brainiac. Like, Brainiac it seems to be pretty good after the buffs, to be honest. Like, the characters that he takes control are actually quite usable in a fight because they also receive the passive buffs that he provides to his team, which is a ton of attack and health, pretty much, and other stuff. Okay, we tagged something back in, we're going to let him use his super move on good old Brainy. trying to chain some combo with this Batman Jaguar God. Again, this is by far not the most optimal thing. And we're going to take her in, and we're going to use a special tree here. Now we're fighting Robin. And we're going to maybe tag that something back in. Now we're going for a special trait again. Like, I really, like, first of all, when I saw the character and I saw what they said about the character and the special tree, I was very mad because I was like, the special tree can't be, I was like, the special tree can be activated then only when an enemy uses an ability, and no, it can block an ability but it can be activated anytime, and I think that's a very good feature that they added. Like, if they were not to add this, then it should have been very trash. Like, she doesn't seem amazing either. But I haven't, and I'm not going to in depth take a look at her passive that grants armor and damage, defense and damage, because on this account I don't really have the tools necessary to experiment with that, but I'm sure there are other people that will experiment with it, and we'll cover it as soon as anything gets out. But yeah, there we go, an easy victory there. It's campaign though, it's campaign, getting ahead of myself. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the gameplay with her, and right now I'm going to give some final thoughts on her. Like, again, this is just a first impression review. We don't have the gears for her, we don't have the most optimal team for her, we don't have her maxed out, and I'm very far from giving a final verdict and a final review. But this is the first impressions. Like, the character feels smooth, the abilities feel well, they seem to be functioning properly. Like, I don't see anything that seems to be bugged except for that offensive guard passive. That offensive guard passive did kind of a fishy thing on me with that Supergirl block over there. But other than that, her abilities seem to be functioning the way they were intended to. At the same time, I don't really like the special tree that much. Like, the only use that I get out of that interrupting the enemy thing with the special tree is if you get interrupted in your tagging and your enemy uses a special on you. That's the only way where I find this useful, because other than that, if you're going to use her as a damage dealer, and I think you should most likely, if you're going to use her as a damage dealer, then the gameplay of a damage dealer is tag into the fight, deal damage, tag out. Maybe not so much in soul raids, but I don't see her being a great damage dealer in soul raids. But usually the gameplay of the damage dealer is tag in, deal damage, tag out. And there's nowhere in between this, unless of course you get interrupted during tagging, where you will need to actually block the super move of an enemy. I quite like the special one, to be honest, the True Strike. Like, I like that it's armor piercing straight off the bat and it breaks the shield straight off the bat, and the debuff is just one thing in addition. But yeah, overall it's a very enjoyable character to play, I'm gonna be honest. I would have loved her to have wings in the battle, maybe it was just too hard for them to code them in or something. I don't know, that's a shame, but it's quite an enjoyable character to play, but I still have doubts about how useful she will be in terms of raids and soul raids, but we'll see how people can put to good use that special one of hers. That passive one of hers. But yeah, with all that being said, this is everything for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Dislike it if you dislike it. Maybe hit that bell button. And again, huge thanks to Dark Knight. Thank you so much for borrowing this mate. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!